watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Happening now at 9, covering the entire DMV. Justice for Jane Doe, the DC woman now identified in a 25-year-old cold case in Maryland. The details we've learned in a report filed from where her body was found decades ago. And arena drama heats up. DC's top prosecutor arguing owners of the Wizards and Caps must stay put for another 2 decades. We're hearing from both sides on that contentious battle. And Orioles owner dies. Peter Angelos, longtime owner of the Birds, dead at 94. His legacy after fighting to keep the O's in Charm City.
And winter's still hanging around. I know it's March and some people, well, they think winter's over. Not quite yet. We've got some cold to speak of. We'll talk about that coming up.
And good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 this Saturday evening. I'm Ben Dennis. We begin tonight in Prince William County. Police say they've arrested a man in Newport News connected to the murder of a Woodbridge woman. Police say family members of 30-year-old Tatiana Cooks were concerned over her welfare after she didn't pick up her child from daycare. Police learned the woman's car was being driven by an acquaintance. 28-year-old Brendan White, later ID'd as the suspect. Then, while police were investigating the area where the woman lives on Stevenson Court, they found a trash collection truck where her body was later found. That investigation indicated that while White was involved in Cook's death, they say he's now being charged with her murder. In the meantime, after a days-long manhunt, an 18-year-old is now in custody, turned himself in, connected to the shooting of a 14-year-old Wakefield high school student. That shooting happened outside a hotel in Herndon on Wednesday. Police say it stemmed from a fight. They also say the suspected shooter, Ismael Cruz Delcid, and the victim knew each other. Officers say they got a call from the suspect's attorney last night who arranged to turn him into police. He faces second-degree murder, gun, and drug charges. Fairfax County School Superintendent is making counselors available for any students that need it. Police in Prince George's County say they've identified one of the suspects in a connection to a deadly shooting of a woman outside of a Subway on Silver Hill Road in District Heights last week. They've issued a warrant for 22-year-old Raheem Hawkins Bozeman of Silver Spring. This video, we're told, shows Hawkins Bozeman and another suspect ordering from the Subway just minutes earlier. Police are charging him with first-degree murder in relation to the shooting that left 27-year-old Jessica Somerville of Suitland dead. Anybody with information is asked to call police. DC Fire and EMS battled this large trash fire last night. This is at a waste disposal station. Officials responded to the blaze on John McCormick Road in Northeast. This is near the Fort Taunton Metro. Officials say the fire did not impact any nearby buildings. No injuries have been reported other. And justice for Jane Doe. That's what the family of a D.C. woman wants after the body of a beloved daughter, sister, niece, aunt, and friend was found in a field. Well, Maryland investigators say that LaQuanda Williams' body was discovered more than 25 years ago. And DC News Now's Dave Laval reports after a forensic discovery, investigators hope to catch a killer.
Charles County Sheriff's investigators finally know the name of the woman whose body they found not far from here way back in 1998. Now the hunt is on for the person who killed LaQuanda Williams. Call it a cold case, partially solved. The woman in this sketch is said to be LaQuanda Williams. Charles County Sheriff's investigators say the 31-year-old lived in Southeast D.C. at the time she vanished in 1998. Investigators found a body in a field near Irving Road and Route 301 in Belle Alton June 18th of that year. They could not identify her. However, a tip to investigators shortly after the 25th anniversary of Williams' disappearance provided the lead they needed. A DNA sample from a relative confirmed the woman's identity last October 25th as Williams, better known to family and friends as Niecy. A statement from her family expressed both sadness and being grateful for a step closer to solving the case, and added, quote, "She was a compassionate giver who always served others with a smile. Though cut short, her life was a testament of grace and perseverance." Investigators say they're pursuing leads as a reward of up to $10,000 is offered for information that leads to the arrest and conviction of Niecy's killer. Anyone with information regarding the death of LaQuanda Williams is asked to contact Charles County Sheriff's investigators. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Our Dave Laval reporting in Charles County tonight. Scott Sumner, we got to look with our forecast, but hey, nice shot of the U.S. Capitol there. What's going on?
Yeah, nice if we're looking inside, out towards the Capitol, or in this case, out towards Roslyn. But you step outside, you feel the wind, you feel the cold out there. It's 44 degrees, but it feels a lot cooler than out of partly cloudy skies. As you see the numbers here, they'll be falling throughout the evening, and 10 o'clock down to 43, then into the 30s, upper 30s through 1 o'clock, and then into the lower 30s down around the freezing mark pretty much overnight tonight. So yeah, you got to bundle up. Right now, it actually feels like with the wind, 36 degrees, so 8 degrees cooler than what the actual thermometer reading is, and it's into the lower 20s out towards the west. The Feels Like Planner shows that it's going to feel like it's going to be in the 20s all night and through the early morning hours here, mid-morning around 9 o'clock, 26 degrees in the district and elsewhere across the region. So again, a chilly night ahead for us. We'll wake up to that chill, but we'll have plenty of sunshine tomorrow, wall-to-wall sunshine. It will be breezy, especially early on for Palm Sunday. Sunny start to the week, and midweek showers, they make a return. We'll talk about when and who's going to see them coming up.
All right, Scott, thank you. In the district, people left makeshift memorials outside of the Russian embassy tonight in Northwest. That's after yesterday's mass shooting and fire outside of Moscow, where officials say at least 133 people were killed at a concert hall, the deadliest attack in Russia in years. The country continues to investigate after detaining 11 suspects. ISIS has claimed responsibility. And developing now, longtime Baltimore Orioles owner Peter Angelos has died at the age of 94 after being ill for several years, according to his family. Angelos' death comes as his son John is in the process of selling the birds. Peter Angelos purchased the team for $173 million in 1993, at the time the highest for a sports franchise. And in other sports news, DC's Attorney General says that the Washington Capitals and Wizards can't move out of the nation's capital until 2047. The AG says the Monumental Sports would be violating their existing leasing agreement with the city if they move out and go to Alexandria. The letter offers DC's latest case against the push to play across the river. Drama has only ensued since Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin and team's owner Ted Leonsis announced that Alexandria Arena project last December. Monumental's lease originally ended in 2027, but the AG now says that City Council expressly conditioned public financing to renovate the arena so that the team will continue playing home games until 2047. Also saying that bond agreement doesn't allow Monumental to revoke the lease once they paid off those bonds. Saying, quote, under the valid and enforceable terms of the 2007 legislation and agreements, Monumental Sports and Entertainment is obligated to keep the teams at the arena through 2047. But Monumental Sports questions the AG's letter, saying that an amendment from that original lease allows them to pay off the bonds and revoke the lease, an amendment ratified in 2019. Brian Schwab, the Attorney General, his letter sends a clear message to Monumental, according to him, that the teams cannot leave. A local legal expert is now weighing in on the significance of that letter.
I think for the Attorney General to get involved in a matter like this, a matter of public interest and concern, that means it's very serious. And I mean, quite frankly, why now? Why the letter now?
The Attorney General said that Mayor Bowser's $500 million offer to renovate Capital One Arena still stands. In an op-ed to the Washington Post last month, Bowser urged Monumental to consider the offer, and the city would enforce the lease terms if necessary. Moving along tonight, WMATA says that several stations will close starting in June for upgrades and renovations. But as DC News Now's Kevon Dupree reports, he heard from passengers who have concerns about what that would mean for their community.
There are 5 stations on Metro's Red Line that will be closed this summer while improvements are being made, which has county officials and commuters worried about how this will impact commute times.
Yeah, it'll be a pretty major inconvenience. A lot of people use it. It's a major conduit.
Metro passengers hearing for the first time that Red Line stations at Glenmont, Wheaton, Forest Glen, Silver Spring, and Tacoma will go offline starting in June.
I guess I have to look into it because if there are accommodations for people who take the Red Line, then it shouldn't be a problem.
WMATA will provide accommodations, shuttle buses for Red Line passengers to ride. Montgomery County leaders recently penned a letter to WMATA and the Maryland Department of Transportation trying to ensure these shuttles cause minimal disruptions for people's commutes.
We want to see expanded MARC service. We want to see expanded opportunities for transit. We want to reduce the fees and the transit fares to zero.
County officials say it's imperative that they work with transportation officials to make sure the word gets out about these closures as soon as possible.
We've been talking with WMATA about how to get the word out and planning those activities for late this spring and in the first few weeks of the summer before the shutdowns occur.
Passengers say this will be a drastic change, but they'll simply have to make adjustments.
You know, it's a temporary inconvenience. I mean, you know, you just have to be patient, and you know, as long as it's for the better, it's an upgrade. So,
WMATA says they will release detailed shuttle plans for the impacted area on April 1st. Reporting in Silver Spring, I'm Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.